Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to round 3. Yeah, and we have quite an exciting game here ahead of us between a player that I haven't seen play in a while and the winner of the previous 1v1 Open that was hosted in February. And to introduce our... Oh. Seriously, SoulRipper. We're gonna ignore that. Introduce our first player spawning in as Team White A on ACU. We have Awasy going for a single air opener and ecoing all the things. And now his opponent sporting the wonderful yellow color, going Cybrin with a 3-land opener, SoulRipper 77. Don't think I've seen this man play in a while, so we'll see what he what skills he's retained against the champion from the previous match. So we will see how that goes. There's been a mistake on challenge. Looks like he just structured dead with that. Or no, it looks like it just got bombed right as it was built. Rude. Rude. Alright. That is definitely rude. I do have to agree with you there, SoulRipper. Jeez. Yes, Loku. What's up? Mike? Yeah, Mike's on. Okay. Yeah, I mean, worried there for a sec. Desolatia, the vanilla Desolatia is the one to play. Yes. That is the one to play anyway. It's not a map pool map. Yeah, SoulRipper here, placing on AA, letting himself expand to the left side with his ACU. No, you do not have to walk him through downloads, no. If he doesn't have the other maps, though, then that might be a problem, but like the other modded maps. Did he just... I think he just tried to, like, foresee, like, an anti-air tower getting placed down and tried to bomb it before it was being built. I saw that ground fire. I think that's what that was. Does look like we only went for 2 land rather than the 3. Both engineers hiding over by this AA. And AA is now coming up on this land factory to cover the loyalist over here. And a land factory coming up on the left side. Harvok's coming out here for Awasy. Awasy being pretty annoying with his air, just staying outside of the AA range to bomb this mass extractor. Alright, Ixon, it's fine. All good. We make mistakes, all good. Otherwise, tournament is going pretty smoothly, I believe. Especially with how many players we do have playing. Yeah, that mass extractor does go down. SoulRipper is going to demolish him. We will see. We will see how that goes. Going for the energy generator too. That is in range of the AA, even if you try to fly out of it. Alright, sorry missing that. Big push coming here on the left side. SoulRipper is throwing down a PD and does have a factory shield. Big bombing run though coming out from Awasy. Does take out a good amount of loyalists. I do love when SoulRipper is playing too. I haven't seen him in a long time. Loyalist does go down. That PD does deter the Harvogs from pushing into continuing pushing into this expansion. Yeah, I don't think SoulRipper's been playing much recently, so he might be a little rusty, but I wouldn't doubt him. He does have he is a good player. That is for sure. Jeez. Awasy being really rude with the air here, taking out like 2 structures that were not even built with his air. It is rude, but it is very effective. Bombing runs absolutely destroying a bunch of loyalists here. Oh, that was a weird angle for that. Yeah, core mass going down now. Structure Detta would have killed all those Harvogs if he had it. SoulRipper throwing out the GG. Yeah, Awasy's on top of these Siren structures. Yeah, GG's. Down goes SoulRipper. Awasy goes up 1 point, and be sure to stay tuned for the next game. And we'll be back. Alright, and welcome back to game 2 of our first match of round 3 here on Venus Forge. Gonna let our players have some time to build up real quick, as I'm going to check on the chat and the stream. We are currently at 18 concurrent viewers and 83 views as of now. That is, in 8 hours of our last stream, we were about at 90 views. So that is absolutely insane. Thank you for everybody who is watching currently. It is much appreciated. Jeez. Wow. Okay, anyway, I think I've given our players enough time to build up. So spawning in on the northeast side of Venus Forge, we have SoulRipper sporting his normal yellow as Cybran, going for a double land opener again, foregoing air completely twice. Not a bad move, as he is getting scouted by his opponent down in the southwest corner of Venus Forge. We have Awasy going for a single air and a single land opener, and also expanding and saturating his mexes. Comeback time. We will see. We will see. A little bit of first round is going on. First round cast was between Obelisk and Shira. Obelisk won 2-0. Round 1 was, or round 2, that was round 2, sorry. And round 1 was between Wakanda and Iron. Iron won 2-1. If you want to see the rest of the games, it is on challenge. I can post a link in the chat if you want. Awasy flying over with his planes. SoulRipper pushing up with the engineer and some adapters. What just happened to my audio? Weird, my audio keeps like turning off and on. I hope you can't hear my headphones every time they do that. My apologies. Awasy throwing up another land factory in response to this push. SoulRipper did wind up going for 3 land factories. And he's picking up a mass extractor on his way to Awasy's base. I think we should have maybe waited for like 1 or 2 more adapters. Engineer pushing up here, just scouting Awasy's base. Gonna put some pressure on him early. I do like this. The air is gonna come around to the back. We are building Cobras, so yeah. SoulRipper seems to be planning to put pressure on Awasy here. That poor Brackman. Dead. What'd that Brackman do to you? Oh, the MMLs are going down now. Yeah, we're gonna need some type of some adapters to come out to help these push, and we're pulling back the adapters in the main army and we're going to which is letting the main forces be bombed. Yeah. And now Awasy is caught up on land, I think. We are bringing the MMLs up now. But yeah, this has bought Awasy pretty much enough time to build up his land. Yeah, the adapters are now there supporting the units moving up through middle. PD is going down now. I do not believe that is in... Yeah, that's not in range of any structures. Might have been worth it to put it a little bit closer. Maybe put it like here and pressure some of these structures on the right side. Awasy is now completely caught up on production as well. Although SoulRipper is slightly ahead on the eco. Need to see... Awasy pushing up into this PD and SoulRipper's army here. Engineer going to assist that ACU. We do have Brackman here for SoulRipper too. I do like that. Awasy down to about half health in that engagement. And is forced to fall back to his base. Boom's now coming out for Awasy. That could definitely easily turn the tide of this battle here. Trying a nuclear thing. Okay. It looks like we are doing a PD creep here. And yeah, the adapters are nice to counter the Aeon MMLs. Could work very well. It is seeming to work very well. I do have to admit, Mass Extractor going down here for Awasy. We are beginning to push up. Brackman are taking out a few of those tanks. PDs are shredding the army. Boom goes down. Nice. I think that was a target fire from SoulRipper. And yeah, wow. This is working very well. Yeah, I know from Nuclear Pizza. I'd assume so. Yeah, this is working very well. Awasy throwing down PD of his own. And yeah, the anti-TML on the adapters, I do like this strategy. It is countering the Aeon TML. Or MMLs. Yeah, we have TMLs and MMLs. Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, we're keeping some adapters back to thwart the aircraft from going in back. Yeah, this is completely forcing, like, neither player is expanding, but SoulRipper is still ahead on the mass. And is getting all this reclaim. Now throwing down a factory here. Wow. Okay. I do like this strategy. I do have to admit. Oh, trying to get a few kills with the Brackman. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. And yeah, using the engineer to heal up the ACU, love that. Throwing down a TML on the factory there. And an intel add-on. That is a good spot for that. Yeah, got to keep the adapters over your sensitive buildings, especially up here on the front line. But you do also want to keep the MMLs in range of the enemy base as well. It's like we're pushing everything up. More adapters coming out here. SoulRipper definitely pulling ahead with the eco. Definitely pulling ahead with the eco because he's getting center. SoulRipper's doing a great job here, I have to admit. Awasy is now going to expand. Try and catch up with the eco here. Lots of Brackman for SoulRipper though. I see like 2 loyalists in that army. And now PD is coming down for Awasy. Gotta make sure these MMLs don't die. ACU pushing up a little far. Yeah, this is one interesting game, jeez. Oh, the Brackman fire. Definitely do not want to get hit by that. Another point defense going down. Wow. I don't know who's going to win this at all. SoulRipper in a really good spot here, though. Constant pressure on Awasy's base. And he's used the time to expand. Although I feel like he could be using the time to expand more. Awasy has stopped his air production. He definitely has the mass to do so. That PD is a little bold, I think. I'd have to agree with you too. Yeah, he's throwing down energy now. I would have to agree with you too, Ixon. Although lot of Aeon tanks going down to Brackman fire here. I don't know. This could be the deciding engagement for the game. The Siren Blob is very effective, but the shields go down. We'll see how it fares now without the shield cover. 2 PDs here. They're both holding. They are not going down. Keeping them repaired. We are about to lose the first one. No, we're not. It stays up. On about 200 to 300 health being repaired, that PD does not die, and Awasy loses his main army. And is now able to pressure the Aeon base even more. Wow. Keeping that PD alive, but we have there's a line of point defense here from Awasy. Just gonna have to keep sieging the Aeon base here. And you don't wanna keep your units in range of those in those PDs. That's pretty hard to do as a Cybern. I do have to agree with you, Ixon. This is an amazing game. They weren't lying about the SoulRipper comeback. Awasy really low here, does not want to get MML'd. I think he has died like that before against Foxtermelon in the last tournament, so you don't want it to happen again. Yeah, SoulRipper being clutch, like keeping these PDs alive with repairing them, but that one does go down. I think we could have covered it with the adapters and kept it alive. But, yeah. It is going back up, though. Awasy is starting to float a little bit of mass. He is starting to realize that. The amount of Cobras in this army is insane. Yeah, you see they're just so bad against shields. And yeah, here comes the PD creep. Adapter shields go down, he pulls back the army, waiting for the adapters to come back up, I believe. And he's slowly making ground here. Slowly making headway. And he's constantly getting reclaimed. Aeon PD going down now. He's lost all of his point defense here on the front line. Ah, and Awasy throws out the GG. Jeez. And our white Aeon ACU goes down. Great game to SoulRipper there. Able to tie the game 1-1. And yeah, I hope you guys will stay tuned for the next game. And yeah, I will be back. Alright, and we're back for game 3 of yeah. This amazing game here that we have going on Desolatia. Not the modded one, as I feel that was maybe a miscommunication. But it is not the modded one. It is the left to right one. And yeah, to introduce our first player playing Awasy. Awasy the overlay, come on. Alright, Awasy hoping to switch colors here to maybe change his luck. Spawning in as the purple Aeon ACU, going for a single air and double land opener. And scouting his opponent, who is spawning in as the yellow Cybern commander. Going Cybern and sporting his normal yellow. Almost forgetting to finish that energy generator. I'm assuming he wanted to build those with the engineer instead. Just built it before he stopped it. Adapters come out almost immediately to counter this. Looks like Awasy stopping air immediately here. I don't know. Okay, maybe not just having enough mass to produce it. That might be the problem. Looks like SoulRipper is going to try the same strategy again. It does seem to be that way. It worked well for him last time. Will it work well twice in a row, though? Oh, Xenos, you missed an amazing game. That last game was amazing. SoulRipper proving why he is a good player, even though he hasn't played in a while. Ooh, this could be pretty rough for Awasy here if he does try, if SoulRipper does get, he is pumping out MMLs. Looks like Awasy's going to try and thwart this before it happens this time, though. He knows what's up. He does know what's up. Brackman a little... Oh, Brackman are going to be bad against the Harvogs. Good counter here. Foreseeing that SoulRipper would do the same thing. Going into Harvogs to use their speed to try and counter the Brackman. That is pretty beautiful. I do like that. And yeah, the Harvogs are going to be able to pick off some of these reinforcing units. Awasy hard countering SoulRipper's play here. Assuming he would do the same thing as last time. I assume. And yeah. And is going to push back into SoulRipper's position. And is going to throw down a long-range point defense. This could easily be taken out if he just pushes his ACU forward. And it looks like he is going to try and do that. He is going to try and take down this PD. Is he going to be able to get it, though? Bombing run. Oh, taking out 3 of SoulRipper's units here. Ooh. Reinforcing units need to get here soon for SoulRipper. The long-range point defense is just in range of the Cybern one. SoulRipper blocking it with his ACU, though, and healing his ACU with his engineer. That is what you want to see. Bombs being nice split there, splitting that one adapter, so the other one does not get killed as well. SoulRipper losing a lot of health to the PD here, though, is going to build a farther forward one. I do think that is going to work. TML over here for Awasy would be pretty mean. Need to heal this. Need to heal this. It is going to go down. We could rebuild it, though. Heal it. Come on. Awasy's PD goes down. Wow. SoulRipper manages to hold his push. And it looks like Awasy's just going to say, like, screw it, and is going to... Are we going to have a base trade here? We might have a base trade. We'll see how well SoulRipper can hold this as he's on top of Awasy's base here. Is now killing core mexes. He is ahead on... He should be ahead on the eco once he kills these. Awasy did out-expand him, though. Looks like we are going to have a base trade. I'm going to crash it. SoulRipper is playing amazingly today, I have to admit. And he was telling me he was washed. It's a bunch of BS. Yeah, he's gonna hold it. I do agree with you. Wow. They're pretty equal on the eco right now. Awasy losing core mexes has hurt him quite a bit. He was ahead, but is not anymore. They're completely evenly matched now. 7-7. And here on the eco viewer. His ACU is quite exposed. I do have to admit, I agree with you there, Erickson. And it does look like he might actually lose his army up here. It is a lot of adapters and nothing else. There is PD here, though, so he is going to be able to hold that for now. And the adapters will hold against MMLs. Yeah, he is pinched. This is a tough situation to be in. And it looks like Awasy's going to capitalize on the where his ACU is. Yeah, he's pushing in. His PD is now down in the south. Gonna try and build one here in the north. Big bombing run, although it only kills 1 unit. Could have been big. Yep, Awasy jumps on top of SoulRipper's ACU. Needs to be careful here. Needs to make sure he does not lose it. Oh, I think he is. Oh no. The game goes awry for SoulRipper as his ACU is caught out of position. Yeah. Wow. Awasy is able to win his round 3 match. Although amazing games played by SoulRipper there, though. Saying he's washed. Jeez. That was amazing games, man. Yeah, GG's to both of you, and I will be back for maybe another round 3 match or round 4. So be sure to stay tuned in.